Hello and welcome to another exciting video. Today's topic will be managing test blog posts with TanStack query. We'll learn how to manage complex server states and perform CRUD, which stands for create, read, update, and delete operations using TanStack query. And we'll also interact with JSON placeholder API in order to simulate a real world event that would involve fetching and mutations within a mobile first environment. To do this, we're going to be using Expo. And in order to get set up there, I ran some commands in the terminal. That will be in the README if you're interested in replicating. Um, with that in mind, we use the Expo command. Got the dependencies all installed, including TanStack query. And then we retrieved all the posts, and we used TanStack query's useQuery hook to fetch all the posts from the JSON placeholder and display them in a list. And about that, it handled automatic loading and error states, which made things a lot nicer for retrieval. We also did cache invalidation and query keys. We leverage reactive keys so that modifying the filter input instantly coordinates a background refresh. And we successfully wired up the CRUD operations using side effect handlers like onSuccess and onError to process network actions. So let's take a quick look at the code before we see the output. We use the TSX format, not the JSX format. Within React, you kind of do one or the other. And it was within a couple of folders. It wasn't in the root. So first I had to import React. It's the Expo router and the query client and query client provider from the TanStack React library. Query ID is necessary. Each thing needs an ID. In this case, it's the author, as you'll see. Here you have the index.tsx with, again, the import statements. React Native there. I know you want to see what's there, but you will in a second. And the server is live right now. We're using the useState from the React library and importing all these things. And here you have the API post request function. So asynchronously, you're going to wait for a new post, and then it'll fetch the response and update everything based on that fetch. And otherwise, it'll just be waiting. The TanStack query useMutation hook. So create post onSuccess data. And yeah, in a production, you would invalidate the cache to force a refresh. But since it's a fake API, it won't actually persist on the new servers. We'll just show an alert to show that it worked. So yeah, that's how we handle that. Here you just have some styling. And then lastly, you have the post list. And then it awaits the update from the JSON placeholder, and the post and the ID, and you have the different operations built in here. So for the delete, post API, method delete, method patch, as you see. And then you have to export the post list function. You have the query and the mutation hooks. You can also have indicators of the state, which is important for seamlessness. And here you have the handlers. render component, editing ID, item ID, so that you don't get confused midway through. This is relative to the filter navigation. And then here's a ton of styling that's needed, all in one line. That's how we like it. Now, rather than show on my phone, I'm going to show you on VS Code. So here you have it, the mobile preview on a mobile device. So test number 1, it loads, and I can refresh that. You can filter it. It's just lorem ipsum here. Oh, that's why it's a little bit weird. Okay. So you can, there's a refresh. So test number 2, it comes back on refresh. Filter works. And I know it's not the best. Actually, here, I can do this. There we go. That's much better. All right. So here you can see the user ID and the post ID. So you can filter by user ID. There is no 34, but there is a 3 and there is a 10. Post 91. So a lot of posts here that you can edit it and say, yup. And you can hatch the full thing. Or you can put the full thing. You can also delete it. Clear this. Now, because the back end isn't really configured properly, it's not going to be as seamless, to be honest with you. That's why we're having some technical difficulties here. But yeah, here you have it. Using the TanStack query library, we are managing blog posts using CRUD operations. Thank you so much for watching.